This is your host, Dub FFG, with the Fantasy Football GOAT Strategies. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about Week 4. Let's get to it. First, let's recap Week 3. In Week 3, we had 8 total picks, and we got 5.5 correct and 2.5 incorrect. That's a 69% success rate, up 19% from the previous week. However, we still want to be above 70% success rate with our must start and sleepers for the weeks. So 1 point down from where we want to be, but we're always looking to improve. Let's continue. Our must start and sleepers for Week 4, we're looking at Devontae Smith versus the Jags, Dameon Pierce versus the Chargers, Drake London versus Cleveland, Amari Cooper versus the Falcons, and Chris Olave versus the Vikings. For our IDP and DST, we're looking at Jordan Brooks versus the Lions, Devondre Campbell versus the Patriots, and our stat combo for the week, we're looking at Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown and or Devontae Smith. So either one of those combos should get you a pretty productive or high-scoring fantasy output. Here's a word from our sponsors. Hey, it's football season, and watch your favorite team with Sling TV. No contracts, all streaming. Watch your favorite program starting as low as $35 per month. Yeah, that's right, $35 per month. Click the link in the description and get started enjoying your favorite programs and watching your favorite team with Sling TV. Next up, the injuries for Week 4. Now, this one is like a Christmas list, so bear with me because we have a long list of injuries to some key players for some key teams. First, we're looking at David Montgomery from the Chicago Bears. He's dealing with a knee and ankle injury. Questionable day-to-day, so they say, but he's going to be doubtful, so pay close attention before you set your lineup. Myles Garrett, he was involved in a car accident, so he has some bicep and shoulder injuries there. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's dealing with an ankle injury, should still play. DeAndre Swift for the Lions, shoulder and ankle, just play close attention before game time. Jalen Waddle, Tua Tagovailoa, they're both dealing with some injuries, but they both should play. Dalvin Cook with a shoulder injury, pay close attention right before game time. Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry, Jameis Winston, all for the Saints, all dealing with injuries. And they're playing a game outside of the U.S. So definitely pay close attention earlier than you normally would. So don't wait until Sunday because that game is Sunday morning. So by Saturday night, you need to know if you're going to play them or not. Or either wake up first thing Sunday morning before the sun rises. And lastly, Minkah Fitzpatrick. He's dealing with a concussion. So as we say, check the lineups. These are notable injuries. So you definitely want to make sure these players are playing or not playing, or if you have their backups or a suitable backup to take their place. So Week 4, we're talking about a rush week. What do we mean by that? That's a good week to start multiple running backs, particularly in flex leagues that are non-super flex. So normally if you've had a wide receiver or tight end in your flex position, again, that's non-super flex, this week you may want to put another running back in that slot. This is the week to rush to judgment. Why? Because after this week, you're either going to blow up your fantasy team or you're going to stay the course, which means continue to make mild adjustments and move forward. What do you actually have on your fantasy football team? This is going to tell you how weak you are at each position because you have 4 weeks to compare it to. By the end of this week, you will definitely know what you have on your team. So again, this is your host, Dub FFG, with the Fantasy Football GOAT Strategies. We thank you for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe button on the way out. It really helps the channel grow, and thanks for your support. Also, check the links in the description box. That's going to also tell you how to support us even further. Thank you. It's that time of year again, and it's time to get your team gear. From hats and apparel, Liz has the answers. This season, Liz has your favorite team's sideline gear. Click the link in the description to get your favorite team's gear. Lids.